Our students, Brian Proctor, back again with another video in the class, ready to teach. All right, so you guys know I'm all about trying to take the character or take the figure and break it down to the most simplest way, that I can break it down so that you guys can understand. So I think this one is taking it down just a little bit more so that you guys can understand it. This one is playing with paper dolls. We are playing with paper dolls so that I can show you guys just how simple it is to draw the body. So without further ado, let's get to the video. But first, let me show you this. This is a hoodie. If you go back to a couple of my videos, you might have seen it. What is it called? Coloring in Shades of Gray. I had to look around at my other laptop so I can see. Coloring with Shades of Gray, and this is the hoodie. And I've done a couple t-shirts with this character or with this emblem, logo, whatever it is, drawing. And this is the hoodie that I've done. I'll stand up to show you guys. So this is like the final product, and it's the same thing on the back as well. So yeah, it is done. So if you guys, I'll leave a link so you guys can just go to this channel, whatever, and then just look at some of the stuff I've done. And it's no different from you guys, because I say anything I can do, you can do too. You can start designing clothes, put it up, tell your friends, tell your people, tell your co-workers, hey, I'm designing clothes now, so go check it out and you might want to buy something. I like this. These clothes are made in China, if I'm not mistaken. So if you are a large, get yourself an extra large. If you are a medium, get yourself a large, because I think this is 3X. This is just almost too big. But yeah, anyway, it's not about this. It's about the paper doll thing. So let's go. Let's get drawing. Okay, so what you have before you are just some shapes, cut out shapes. Now, in all my videos, I try to tell you have to master your shapes. Before you can draw anything, you have to be able to master your shapes. Now, let me focus this camera before we go any further, because it likes to jump. All right, so in drawing anything you draw, you need to see what shape it is, whether it be a person, a car, a tree, whatever. Everything has some type of small shape inside it. And basically all you're doing is you're putting these shapes together to create that something. I'll give you an example. These scissors right here, these scissors. You look at this as a whole, all these are scissors. But if you actually break it down, each part of the scissor is a shape. You have this long piece here, that long piece here. That could be kind of a cylinder or a rectangle. That could be a triangle. These could be like ovals around here. This could be another kind of a rectangle cut in. You could say that could be an upside down triangle. So everything that you see to draw, you have to see the shape before you see the overall piece and say, oh, that's so hard to draw. Oh, I can't draw that. Look at all that detail. I can't draw that. Everything you see, if you break it down, is very simple. Even the body, especially the body. So if you're going to do comics, you're going to have to do the body. If you're going to design clothes, you draw like fashion models. If you want to draw characters for games or books or whatever, look at the shapes first. So these are the shapes for the female body. I know it doesn't look like much, but we'll put them together and I will show you just how simple it is to do that. Now, everybody can draw a triangle. You should be able to draw these shapes before you start trying to draw Superman, Batman, Thor, and the whole 9 yards. A heart shape, oval, 2 circles, rectangle. All these are just basically rectangles with little slants cut out. This is a triangle, basically a triangle with the top cut off of it, just split in half. So these are cylinders. So with a little shape to it. So let's put this together and then we'll see what we have. First of all, we're going to start out with the triangle. If I can remember all these pieces. You have the 2 triangles upside down. Put one over top of the other. I'm still on doing the women series. You put one triangle on top of the other. Let the 2 points touch. The point touch here. This point touches there when you put it over top. I know I should have had it all in different colors, but this was an idea that came to me. And I said, man, this is a great idea. People will understand that. But I waited on it for a couple of days. And then when you wait on an idea, your brain says, oh, that's not going to be any good. It's not going to be good. So this is the torso. And don't if you wait on something, don't listen to it after you wait on it. If if it comes to you and you say this is good, follow up on it. We lose so many ideas and so many designs because we doubt ourselves. And that's one thing you should stop doing, doubting yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your skills. Don't doubt your abilities. Don't doubt your power to help someone or to do something for someone. Go for it. Go for it. So now it's what? Almost 8 o'clock at night. So I decided to go ahead and do this. Stop doubting myself and go ahead and do this because I know this will be a blessing for a number of people. So here we go. We have the 2 triangles put together. Boom, just like that. We have this part right here. It's shaped like a volcano, a hat. Actually, it should be 2 triangles and a rectangle, but I just cut it out like that just because. So we're going to put that on top. That's going to be the shoulders. The shoulders are going to be pretty much like that. I mean, it's just bring me back to all those days when you had those little plastic, little peel out doll things you had when you were young. When we were young, I don't know, you guys didn't have that. We had that when we were young. If your parents are 50 or over, they'll remember that. So, okay, we have that. That's going to represent the neck. And basically, it could have been, let me pull out my piece of paper without trying to mess up anything else. That could have been that. So we have this. There's 2 triangles here. And then it should have been this. And then this like that. So it should have been 2 triangles on both sides with a thing on top. But I just put them all together and just did that. That's basically what it is. And I cut it off right there. So there's a little bit of neck in there, and these are your shoulders. Oh, did I lose something? I lost my papers. Okay, let's keep going. Hopefully I didn't lose anything. Nothing else flew away. Okay, so we have that. So this oval is the head on top of this. This oval. I forgive my big fingers, but yeah, I was never meant to play with peel out, cut out doll papers, but this is just basically showing you guys. Now, we have that. This is the torso, which is the most important part of the body because the rest of it is just cylinders. The arms and legs are just cylinders. Now we have this heart, upside down heart. Let's just flip it upside down like that. It's just a heart. Everybody knows how to draw a heart. You drew hearts when you were young for Valentine's Day, for your parents, your girlfriend, your boyfriends. So we take that, we put that here, and this goes up. The point of that's going to go up to your neck, to the chin. Basically right up under the chin, like that. So that's your breast. You have that easy breast. I'm glad there's shadow there because you can see that. Because the heart, if this is your head here, the heart is going to start like this. And the size of the circles determine the size of the breast. Depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do a Wonder Woman or what's that, Power Girl, or just an athletic type female, it all depends on that. Now, so let's get these 2 big pieces out the way. These are your legs right here. These are your legs. They go right up under there, like that. And you can see it coming together, especially if you're a girl. If you're a girl looking at this, you can say, yeah, I see it. So these 2 circles here, the space that you have left here from the heart, these 2 circles here, these go as your delts, basically the shoulder. Let's just say shoulder. Now you're not gonna have big boulder shoulders for the female, but just bear with my shapes. So then you have 1 cylinder here, and then you have another cylinder there for the arms. Get these legs back. Same thing here. You have a cylinder here, and you have another cylinder here. And these the 2 pieces right here. I'm gonna get to this in a second. Like that. And then you have these half triangles here for your feet. Now, initially, I didn't have the feet all there, but at the last minute, I didn't have the arms either. We were just going to work on the torso. But I said at the last minute, let's do the arms because I had something else I wanted to show you guys. So just by taking these shapes or drawing these shapes one by one and putting them together, you have the female body. Yeah, it's kind of, you shape it up a little bit more. I can bring that up a little bit or extend the legs. But basically, you have the female body. Now, these 2 leftover pieces are your collarbones. And hopefully you can see that because it's becoming white on white on white. So, and I noticed a lot of people had trouble with this. So your collarbone is here and here. Maybe I should have got some tweezers. Your collarbones are these two pieces that go here and here. And this is probably where I should have used some color paper. I need some tweezers so I can play, what is that doctor game? That, I don't know what that doctor game is called. My big fingers. Let me get some tweezers. All right, I remember what it's called. It's called Operation. That's the game. Still out today. Operation. Dr. Brian, your 12 o'clock is here. So let me do this because I'm trying looking for a pencil. Should have just used a marker. This is your collarbone. Your collarbone is not going to be this thick, but I needed to color it so that you guys can see it. Okay, this is not going to hurt, lady. I'm just taking your collarbone out. Because as I said, I've seen a number of people that really don't understand how that works with the delts. So now let's put them back. You might be able to see them a little bit more. You have your delt, you have your arm, your top of your arm, and you have your other half of your arm. You have your collarbone that goes from the top of the delt into the center of that neck. So if this was your center line here, your collarbone is going to be there, and you have another one here, like so. Now, the thing is, when people, and this line right here, since the paper's here, this line right here is going to represent your collarbone here, and then you have this, and then you have that. Now, when this arm goes up, your collarbone goes up as well. So if you lifted this arm, if you lifted this arm up, that collarbone is going to go up like that, causing this to tilt down because this is on top of this piece right here. This collarbone is connected to that delt. Like that. This is getting a little messy, Brian. I wasn't expecting all of that now. Whereas this one will stay straight because this one arm is down. This is crazy. I didn't think it was going to take this long because it's getting crazy out there. When I draw it, you'll understand. Like so. Now, let's do the male because it's easy because the women's breast is different from the man's chest. So center line, this which is represents here. So collarbone, this is the circle here, which is your delt, and this is your arm. This is your collarbone here. Now, when you lift your arm up, this part of the collarbone is going to go up as well. And here's your arm. Now, your chest is like this. For the male, this part of the breast is like that. It comes off here. The muscles connect here and connect here. Kind of like that. So when you lift that arm up, it's not going to be straight here. This is going to pull because that is going up. So it's going to come down like this. Because it actually goes on top. Like that. So it's going to pull and come down like that. So that collarbone is going to go up. Which this shoulder piece right here, here's the neck. Here's the head. This shoulder is going to stay right like that. This one's going to scrunch up because it's pushing. When this chest lifts up, this is going to scrunch this part of the collarbone up. So it's not going to be long like that because it's not pulling. It's pushing up. So it's going to be like this. It's actually going to be like this. It's going to turn because this is shaped like that. And your arm is tucked under like that. So when you come up, when your chest comes up, it's going to be like this. And then that arm is tucked under there, and then you have your lats. So that collarbone is going to go up. So if you lift that other arm up like that, same thing. The chest is going to come in, whereas it used to be out, it's going to come in like that. Same thing with the woman. But the thing is, the woman's breast, you have a lot of hang right here. So it's not going to move as much as the male's breast. It's still going to kind of have that hang shape. Like that. I'm messing that up. But this is going to scrunch up here. Same thing here. If you bring the arm up, bring that circle is going to come up. And the arm is going to be under there. And it's going to scrunch up right here as well. But a lot of people mislead that because they'll draw this. Let me use my pencil again. They'll draw, you have your torso, you have your chest, your neck, shoulder, collarbone, and they'll draw the arm like this up, and the chest and the collarbone stays the same because they really don't know how this connects here. Same thing there. So they'll have all this shoulder still the same length, the your delt going up and your arm coming that way too, and your chest stays the same. So remember, this is going to be outside. It's going to come up. Let's use the thing again because you got too many lines. It's going to go up and around and down like that. It's going to pull that chest in. The higher you put your arm up, the more you're going to lose this outer piece here. It's going to scrunch up just like that. And then you have your muscles that come out like that because your chest is like this, flat. But then when you put your arms up, it scrunches in like that. It pushes in like that. So that's something that I wanted to show you with the female, with the collarbone. Now, I use triangles for the torso because it's a lot easier on the female. I'll do a male later, but right now I just want to do a female. Because if you take the triangles, let me move all this to the side, move this collarbones out, so forth and so on. And you just take the triangles and you have them center like this, the center line here. But if you shift them both over like that to where you have one straight and one straight, then you have the tilt in that torso. And then that's how you get that female stand. Maybe not, you don't have to tilt that one as much, but you tilt them and you'll have that K shape, as I said. If I switch it around, you'll see what I'm saying about the letter K. Like that. It's basically like this, that K shape. So if you draw that K like that, you can either have this or you can have this tilted, which they do tilt because if you tilting your torso and your pelvis, you're going to have that shoulder come in and this one go out like that. So let's just use this side because I just did the whole K thing. Now for there, you put the legs here and you put one out. Now, no, I'm sorry, you put one up and you put one out because the high hip, or when you tilt it, that part of the K or the highest part, your weight, the female's weight is going to stand on that leg. So if you draw on a K and you want to do female, and then the feet here and here, then you have, I'll just won't put all of the parts there. You have the chest again, the shoulder, the head, shoulders, the head, however high that head is going to go if I can not touch this. Your delt, which is the space in between. So if you have your breast here, that space in between your collarbone, center line, collarbone here, that space in between is going to be where you put your delts, and your arm's going to come down here, and then the waist here. So this one and this one, and then you could do what you want to do to the arm, because I mean if she's posing like that, then you can put the arm however. But just by tilting those two triangles, just shifting those two triangles, then you have a different stand, because you don't want your woman just standing stagnant or your character standing stagnant in all your pictures. Center line. You know, you don't want them standing, like that in every picture. Even if you change the arms a little bit around, women usually they kind of tilt that little hip. So that's just a quick, easy tutorial. And I have a book I'm working on a book on drawing women, how to draw women. And it's got a lot of this to it to let you guys know, bring it down, to let you guys know and see how simple it is to draw just by using shapes. So, as I said, I'm going to do one on the men using the shapes. And it's simple. And I just did this to kind of show you guys how simple it is. So a lot of you can stop struggling over the body. If you just get the parts right, if you get the shapes right, that's all it is. It's just putting them all together. You can draw these shapes. I'm sure you have no problem drawing any of these shapes. Take them apart. That's all you have is just a bunch of shapes. Let's take the collarbone out. That's all you have is a bunch of shapes. That's it. Put them all together. You've got yourself a body. And then you can try this. Take some paper and then cut these shapes out. And then start putting it together, because it's good if you can pose. If you don't have something like this, or my other one, which I can't really read. Where's this guy at? I'm not going to bring the woman out. Well, let's do this female here. Give me a second. If you just hard down can't afford, these things here, where you at? Then, you want some kind of reference to use. So this is pretty good to use. I mean, like I say, if you just dirt down, cannot afford any kind of reference, if you don't have any cheap superhero toys or just something, then, the paper doll technique works. Is that what you're going to call it, Brian? Yes, the paper doll drawing technique. That's going to be the title of this video. So anyway, hopefully you picked up something on this really short video. It's not quite 10 minutes, but at least it's not 30 minutes. So I'm going to go and let you guys go. I'm not going to ramble. I'm just going to say thanks for watching. Give a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up so the YouTube analog, and whatever can recognize me and then keep me at the top of their showing my video lists. Kind of, what are you talking about? I don't know. I'm just rambling. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Love you. Love you because you've been supporting me. Later.